What happened?
He scored another touchdown.
Oh, look at that. It's okay, guys. They're going to blow the lead.
Can you make the screen smaller so we can see the live? We can't see it on the TV over here. There we go.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so anyway. There's still some of it not showing. Why is it blowed up so big over here, I wonder?
Like, like that?
Yeah. Now you can bring it over like an inch to the other way.
This way?
That way, yeah. Should be good.
Boom.
Yeah, it's like it's stretched out on the screen for some reason.
Huh.
Scoot it over some more.
To
The what? Yeah.
There. Go back a little bit.
Right there.
Right there.
really that little bit of movement?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because it was cutting off the...
Weird.
All right, it's up on Facebook.
We are...
Hey, Floyd's watching
live.
already.
You
What's up,
are
Floyd?
looking
Appreciate you,
live.
Ferg. All right. I shared it on Facebook, on YouTube.
Hey, scroll down to the mixer. I don't see anything.
Uh-oh.
Again?
I just
No,
didn't-
we're good.
Okay.
Oh. Silly gooses.
You silly goose.
All right. Copy the link on YouTube.
My iPhone 15 comes tomorrow.
Ooh, titanium?
Mm-hmm.
We're just now starting. What's up?
Get out.
Just got to get all my profanities out real
Joey's not dressed.
What?
And our viewers just went down.
quick. Story.
Does it have a power button?
Yes.
And it didn't work?
Yes.
Okay, don't lose that. We don't have any of those ones. We're running out of those ones.
I've got 2 or 3 at the house that I took with me.
I tried to use the mouse for that computer for my iPad. Whoopsies.
What's
Sharing
up,
it on
Rosemary?
the feed.
Rosemary, I think, is out of town. Just tuning in.
Where's she at?
She's
Oh,
don't
come
know
on,
if I'm gonna
brain.
Tell her.
Oh, yeah, right. You're right.
The place.
I forget that we're on.
The place where Brad exists.
Yes, I remember that now. I forget that not all the information I get is information I
Josh,
should
your mom's
give.
listening.
Yay. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
She's a YouTuber.
She's got her own YouTube channel, like that kind of YouTuber.
Yeah, she does.
Does she?
Yeah, she teaches people how to make cornbread and grits. Not really, but...
She
What if
can-
it's gonna share to Facebook?
Oh, yeah, I shared it. I
She can
shared that
teach people how to
show.
make sweet potato casserole because I had it that one Thanksgiving, and I don't normally like sweet potato casserole.
Mom
That's
knows
good,
how to
though.
make it.
It's just a dessert. As long as you know it's a dessert, it's all good.
What caught fire there?
What?
Rosemary said Ashland.
That's
I was
such a bad and
wondering
wonderful joke all at the same time.
what happened.
That one took me a second.
What else? I could post a TikTok again.
Do we want to go at 9? Because that's in 15 seconds.
No, do 5 minutes.
Yeah, because nobody's ready.
Okay, then we have about a minute and a half. You guys want some bread?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. What the heck's up with all the rolls?
I forgot to take them home. They're for our little mini slider burgers we got.
Those are fancy for a mini sliders.
Oh, yeah.
I just get the Hawaiian ones.
I'm putting a slice of Gouda on them, too.
Are they sweet?
I don't like sweet rolls.
Oh.
What?
I don't like honey mixed with bread.
What?
Yeah, I don't like honey with meat.
You don't
Like
put honey
sweet.
you don't put honey on your biscuits?
Or you don't put honey on your peanut butter and peanut butter sandwich? Not jelly?
No, I put jelly on it because
Try it
I'm a
with honey.
regular human.
Honey's
I don't
good.
like chicken and waffles because it mixes the sweet syrup with the chicken. I
Yeah,
don't like
that's the whole
pineapple and ham
point.
pizza because it mixes the sweet with the salt of the meat.
Dude, we're big salty sweet people.
Yeah,
back home.
I don't like. And I told you about going through the drive-through, didn't I?
No.
At Wendy's, I went through the drive-through. They had this chicken bacon breakfast sandwich, but it had honey on it. And I asked the lady to get it without the honey butter, and she goes, "Oh, sweetie, you can't have it without the honey butter." And I was like,
Then I don't
like
want
she was
it.
joking, like, "Oh, it's
Yeah,
good without
yeah,
it."
yeah.
But I knew I didn't want it, and I knew I wouldn't like it. But I let her talk me into it. And I got the sandwich, took one bite of it, and I was like, that's why I didn't want the honey butter.
What is wrong with you and honey? Is it because of what was that old movie with Macaulay Culkin, or Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, there was that thing where My Girl. Yeah, the movie My Girl, because he got killed by the bees.
My girl. I haven't seen that.
He can't see without his glasses.
And he gets stung by
He gets
all the
killed by
bees.
getting stung by bees.
What?
And he was in his
Pineapple
casket,
swirl.
and the little girl was like, "Where's his glasses? He can't see without his glasses." But he's
As
dead.
he was dead.
It's very dramatic.
I hate to break it to her, but
Oh no, it was all psychological. But at the same time, he got killed by bees.
While
And is
she was
that-
with him.
And is that why you don't like honey? Is what I was saying.
I've never seen that movie.
And not shocking, surprising, or any of the other things that would be inging.
Fits my character.
Yeah.
I noticed last week my headphones weren't on straight.
Oh
Thanks
yeah.
for telling me, guys.
Dude, we can't tell. Your head's crooked.
It
All right.
just sits that way.
It's true.
All right.
10 seconds.
9.
Man, no, everybody must be watching this game.
7.
This lame
6,
game.
5.
You know what it is? It's that whole sports betting's legal in Kentucky, so everybody's
2.
busy.
1, probably. All right, everybody shut up. It's time for the game.
That blows my mind. What'd he say?
He gave my address out on Facebook.
Did he dox you? I don't know. Jesus is coming?
If you say another word, you're out of here. And I was like, yeah, well, you're terrible. So
You think you could kill that cat barehanded if it came at you?
No.
Oh, I think yes.
And this is Podbless.
Yo.
Hello and welcome to Podbless Podcast. A podcast where you can come and listen to it and stuff. Am I loud enough?
what's the
I
stuff?
think so.
What's
I can,
the stuff?
I can make you louder.
Oh, you got to pay extra for that.
Rosemary said
It's our
that movie was
you
sad.
gotta subscribe to Podbless.
Podbless After Dark. Yeah,
Get some pictures of Josh's feet.
How much is it? If you got to
For
ask,
free?
you can't afford it.
Oh,
Have you ever heard that?
which is a dumb thing to say. You should be able to ask what things cost.
No. If you have to ask how much it costs, you don't. Money's
how
not,
mu-
money
we've met-
is an object.
I bet in our lives we've only met a handful of people who can buy things without even having to think of the cost. Like literally just walk in whatever, like cars, houses, don't have to look
Celebrities.
at it.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
celebrity you've ever met.
I
with their
haven't
autograph.
met many celebrities.
Football players,
Robert De Niro.
baseball players.
I bet athletes. Yes,
You've had autographs.
but even
from-
those guys, the level of things they're buying, those guys and gals,
Yeah,
is they should probably be looking at it.
that's the Sayer kicking on.
Oh, do you want me to turn it off?
No.
I thought we were about to die from an airplane hitting
Yeah.
the building.
That was the other day. I can't talk words good, but yeah, I mean, you
I
meet
can't talk good.
sports people, man. They make crazy money. Is it?
Yeah, but if they
Things
spend
are
it that
happening.
way, then that's how they end up with no money. Who was that? Warren Sapp, that was selling he was selling stuff out of the back of his truck or something.
There's
was that
no
him?
way. He's on TV and everything.
Dude, I think he went through every dime. He was on a documentary, like broke.
Yeah, some people do that, man.
Yeah,
Just because you get money doesn't mean you know how to use money.
sad day.
Just because you get money don't mean you keep money.
True.
Also that.
And we
make
do
your
know some
money
good
work for you.
investment portfolio ideas, though.
I have a couple. Sponsor our show.
I'm not going to listen to you. You have to ask how much things cost.
My goodness.
Pastors.
Ugh, they think they know. Just because they're holy and stuff.
Another touchdown.
Should have been.
Do I need to turn the game off?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I was enjoying it.
No, I'm making hand signals, like they can hear us.
Sign
guys-
language.
do you guys
they
yell
scored
at
1
TVs?
point. 1 point. He keeps saying 1 point.
Do you yell at TVs when you watch games?
I don't watch games, bro.
What about when you're watching a movie you're super into? Do you like, no, don't go in there?
No.
The cringy stuff, I don't say don't go in there, but I do like cover my eyes when people do something super embarrassing. It really,
I do the same.
it's a
yes,
thing. It gets me every
The
time.
the murder or the other stuff, like I'm not
Yeah.
as, but for some reason when someone's really embarrassing themselves, I can't watch it.
Somebody walks out without pants on,
Yes.
not knowing it. I'm like, oh no, that's on. Anything that's super cringy.
Or like when one character has more information than the other
Cringe.
one, and they're like they're using it against that character, and they're like
Yeah.
getting made fun of and bullied. I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
can't watch this. It hurts.
What was it we were watching the other day? What's the
What?
show?
Pastor Derek asked me to borrow some money to go to Israel. Pastor Derek, I was about to ask you the same question.
Dude, People keep saying, I want to go to Israel. It's like, do you not know what's going on over there?
I would
Like,
go if someone said like, "Hey, next summer Israel, I'm in."
No, I'm
if they
out.
pay him for it,
Dude, it's a
Brother.
constant war.
it's been that way forever.
Yeah, I know.
So you'll probably be fine.
We're making the same point, just from different angles.
Odds are you're going to be
If
fine.
you have to say probably be fine and odds are you'll be fine.
Yeah. You can get jumped in Greece
Hey,
too.
and nothing over there is cool anymore. Like the Black Sea's so like drying up, and like there's all kinds of stuff. And nothing's like what it used to be. The Great Wall over there, or the Wailing Wall.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's not. It's more of a crying wall now. It's not even a wailing wall anymore. I'm just making dumb jokes.
Is it Morgan Wailing Wall?
We're getting a phone call.
No, too many. Never mind. I was anyway.
You're getting a phone call?
No, we.
As in canceled.
I wish.
I feel like my camera's
Oh no,
off.
that's not. That's a different religion.
I feel like I'm wider than I
That
am
has-
taller.
That's how that works.
He is starting a new podcast.
We are The Dive. Check it out.
Not we, you.
I invited you.
Oh, that's true.
I invited both of you.
And we see where that's going and we're like, we're good.
I'm just eating
Creative.
popcorn.
Creative differences.
Failure to launch is before we even do anything.
What happened? Oh, did I send you guys the video? So there was there's another funny podcast. I wish I could tell you the name.
Other than this one?
Well, it's not as funny as this one. But it's a Christian-based podcast of these guys who are either youth ministers or ex-youth ministers. So it's pretty much like us sitting here doing this, except their main focus is they read stories that are nightmare stories from old youth groups.
I've listened to this.
We've talked about it on here before.
I've not heard this one.
But yeah, they just sit around reading stories from people that send it into the show. And hey, Matt, what's going on? And
No.
this latest one that they did, they had a story sent in of these girls were at camp and they were told to stay in their cabin. Cabin?
Stay in your cabin.
Stay in your
It
cabin.
was in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Get some cheese.
But no, they were told to stay in their cabin for 2 hours, and it was like, don't even look out the windows. Like we're on cabin duty right now, or cabin time. So the girls were playing in the cabin, and then they were like getting kind of bored, and somebody was like sitting on a bench, and then 3 dudes in army fatigues bust in their door, and come in and make them all get on the ground, or talking in another language, yelling in another language. So they take the girls and they put towels on their heads and take them to the boys' dorm and make them get down on their knees and like bow down kind of deal. And then they take each one and have them see if they will renounce their God in praise to Allah, and to see what their reaction would be. Turns out
This guy knows exactly what you're talking about.
That timing was.
that's a comment. Yeah.
Wow.
That's from Facebook this time. It's not from
Can
Twitch.
can somebody like Google translate that with their phone real quick, Brett?
Noah.
Matt will call the number. Matt
Can you
does.
take a picture of this and try to translate it, please? Matt, if you could
the
phone that
comment
number.
on Facebook?
Can you read it for us?
That's crazy. I think that's not.
Hold on, I need to hear
Chinese.
the end of this story. Please
So
continue.
yeah,
I'm on the edge of my seat.
They asked him if they will renounce their God in praise to Allah. Turns out it was all a ploy of the camp director. They didn't tell the parents, and they told the camp workers to not tell their campers what was going to happen, just to see what their reaction would be, and to show them what it's like to be persecuted as a Christian.
That is a terrible, terrible,
I
terrible
like it.
idea. Oh my goodness.
Well, one of the guys on the show was laughing. He goes, "My mom used to tell me all the time, you don't know what it would be like to be a persecuted Christian." And he goes, and I would probably be the kid going, "Mom was right."
Yeah. I can't believe it.
That is insane, though. Could you imagine directing a camp and just being like, "Hey guys, I've got an idea."
No. And then other people say, Matt, hey guru. And then other people say, yeah, we should do that. I'll dress up and fake speaking another language. Like,
Well, I mean, back in the day when we were like young,
yes,
we probably would
life
have been
was
like,
different then.
a camp director would say, "Hey, let's do this." We're like, "Okay, that
So,
sounds great."
Schools, the principals have done that at schools
No,
where they paid. Yes, I just read
Like a crisis?
a year or two ago.
Yeah,
A guy hired people to come in and do a fake school shooting.
not to win them over to
That-
Christ, though.
I've heard of churches doing the same thing of having people come in doing a fake like church shooting and then don't do it here.
No,
Don't do it here.
Yeah, it's a
because
bad
you
idea.
might come in fake. And I'm just saying, Other people might not be.
Most anywhere in Kentucky, I would say that's not.
Don't
a good
do it
move.
in this state. Yeah. Don't.
It's not a fun prank.
No.
We don't do prank shows around here too
I
often.
saw a guy. Oh, what was he? He was on the phone. So pranks are the thing. I hate pranks. I hate
same.
Guys
What we were just
on the
talking
phone,
about. Yeah.
and he's walking by this girl and her boyfriend at Home Depot, and he says something about her butt, but he acts like he's talking to the phone.
Yeah, but it's very clearly.
Dude just grips him up by the neck and pins him up against the lumber right there. And he's like, "Oh no, it's a prank. It's a camera." And the dude's like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
Like, okay, what, I'm supposed to magically let you go now?
Every time somebody that's getting pranked like flips out on them like that, and they're like, no, it's a prank. It's like, well, you pranked the wrong person.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
I'm like, you know what? I appreciate that
Well,
person.
There was
this isn't a prank.
Yeah, there was one where a dude did it. He was standing in front of people's cars.
Yeah.
And he would like hit the hood of their car.
Yeah.
Like if you hit my car, that's a problem. And a dude came out of the driver's side with a handgun.
Yeah.
Right at the guy, and he like runs. He's pointing at the camera. It's a prank. Oh, screw you, dude.
Yeah, those things are
I try
too
not
much.
to be like that too much, but I can't stand that. Brandon Moore, if we want the church to be different, we need to have
a terrorist attack.
You
during
can't
the
do that
assembly.
to elderly people. People will literally die of a heart attack, and then you'll be on the hook for that.
Yeah, but if you really want to know where your people are,
That's true.
No, that's not true.
Well, you don't come in waving a gun and like acting wild. You just take them one at a time secretly and be like, hey.
if you
Brandon. No, that is not. That's how you find out which of your church members conceal carries and which ones don't.
It's illegal to have a concealed carry.
No, it's legal.
I'm just making
No, I'd probably.
dumb points.
I've thought about this before. Like if someone came into the church, like I'd probably have to yell, like, "Nobody shoot him, please!" Like everyone stop. Son, you might want to rethink your decision-making process.
Don't
here.
let anybody know we're doing anything, and be like sending out a waiver, like, please, there's going to be somebody come in. Don't shoot him today.
Have you seen the video of the youth pastor that rides the dirt bike into the?
Oh,
You've seen that one. It's an
yeah.
older one. He rides a dirt bike into the sanctuary and loses control and
Yeah.
like runs it up a
Crashes.
table and hits
Yeah.
a kid. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I was a dumb youth pastor, but I
Gimmicks.
don't think I ever made any decisions that dumb. No, my dumbest decisions were like, I'm going to jump off that thing, or yeah, we'll be fine.
I could beat up that guy.
I went undefeated, bro.
I was here the night that you were defeated.
Wait, that doesn't count.
Okay.
he was a young adult, not a teen.
Yeah. Huh?
We defeated you once.
Who?
We,
The youth group.
Who?
the whole youth group,
When?
defeated him.
Time we went in the elevator.
That doesn't count.
No.
That doesn't count.
When you're,
I have a crippling fear of elevators, and Seth and Noah. Who else was with us? They decided to jump on the elevator. We were in the
and it shut off.
Cincinnati Enquirer building,
Uh huh.
so it's very tall. On the edge of my nostril.
I think he's just being silly.
I'm-
He got you. Haha.
I'm good.
Made you look.
Yeah. And
he
they
texted
started
me and
jumping.
told me to flick you in the nose as you.
Yes.
Hey, something's on your shirt. Yeah.
And I went full body sweats, immediate panic attack.
Yeah.
Like people
You
floors
got
down.
the nervous
could have heard.
poops.
It
He
was
crapped
bad.
his pants.
I mean, I was close.
Fetal position.
I was borderline fetal. Like I'm gonna die in this elevator, even though it was fine.
Oh, he's never crapped his pants. Do you remember that episode?
Oh yeah.
I have never, as an adult, crapped my pants.
That's Andrew too. Andrew claims that he's never done
Sure.
it too. Yeah.
Sure.
What is the cleanup process? Can I just ask that? Do
It
you throw
depends.
your underwear away? or-
Depends.
There's different.
Depends.
High five. Yeah, that's a good one. Depends. That's man. That needs to be a classic joke written down.
If you don't cut that one for then we're in trouble.
Hopefully, we didn't step over it with our voices.
Our
but
new sponsor. We all wear 'em.
I would wear Depends for sponsorship.
I should have done that for Well Dad Gum.
Do I have to use them?
I mean, no.
Okay, then
Yeah,
we're
it's
good.
a sponsorship.
You know, you can't. Like, if it's something that you have control of, you cannot use the bathroom on yourself.
I
No,
feel-
I don't think that's true.
I
No,
feel
I don't
that's
think
not
that's true.
Like, we should get some Depends, and I'll prove it to you. You cannot mesh yourself as an adult
For
and actually-
episode 200.
Homie,
For episode
I can
200.
pee in a pool like a champ, and I'm pretty sure that's on.
My brother proved it to me. He told me that a long time ago, and
I
proved
think
it to me.
you're not talking about peeing, right? You're talking about.
I'm just peeing or pooping. Pooping's harder. Peeing especially.
I can pee all over Joey.
Well, no, please, I don't want any.
No, I'm
rights
saying
to
if
carry
you
on.
have your clothing on and try to pee or poo, you can't do it as a person that has control over your bodily functions. It's proof.
I
It's
think
not proof,
Brett.
it's a
I think
truth.
Brett needs to test this next week on the podcast.
Well, you rip a phone book in half while he's testing out the
Deal.
defense theory.
I will take that deal
Yeah.
all day.
I'm just gonna
long.
pull my pants down and poop in this chair. And
No,
be like,
no.
oops, I'm not wearing.
Part
a
of the thing
diaper."
is you have to keep the pants on.
Yeah,
Cork it.
that's why you can't do it if you have clothes on you.
You have to
I
throw
know,
the
I'm just
underwear
saying
away,
I'm
by the
gonna
way.
poop all
If,
over
yeah,
his office.
okay. I'm down with that.
if you accidentally go in your underwear, you have to throw them away.
Cork it.
You got a segment, Josh?
I sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
Depends. Speaking of funny jokes, why don't you?
Hey audience, write in. Tell me if you like when I do this sound thing.
No one does, Joey.
They barely like that you're here.
He's just joke savvy tonight.
I like sassy Brett.
It's funny because they're true statements.
Wait, these are jokes?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, ha ha ha.
Why do you guys keep laughing? So I was having trouble coming up with a good segment, so I came up with a great segment instead.
Oh, good night, Dustin. Hope you feel better.
Oh yeah.
Noah,
man.
what's our translation on the comment there? Did you get it yet?
Oh,
He said, Podbless is the greatest podcast.
Praise Allah.
Guru G, or is it Guru He?
If it's guru, do you think it's praise Buddha?
Floyd says we got to stop talking about potty talk. Sorry, Floyd.
No, we're not talking about doing it. We're talking about how you can't.
Is Jude his last name or does he have two middle names?
His last name's Jude.
He has three first names.
Yeah, his
That's
middle name's
nice.
Middle name's David. Anyway, what sound thing? Anyway, so my segment that I came up with was, it's a segment, but just like Brett was telling some funny jokes, not meaning to, and just off the quip and the whim of his head or by the hair of his teeth, he dropped some funny knowledge, and I'm going to do the same, but written down jokes
The hair on his teeth?
by the hair of his teeth, because it's so fine you can't see it. It's so
There's not hair on your teeth.
I know that's the point, like hair on a frog.
I've never heard someone
That's
say hair on
finer
his
than
teeth.
a hair on a frog tying in,
Sorry, continue.
because it's so small you can't see it. It's so fine because it's non-existent.
What?
Oh, I'll tell it later. Go ahead.
Oh, hey.
So I'm going to read off the top 10 joke of the days of
Just text me.
No.
humorthatworks.com. They put a list together of the top 10 jokes that were used as their joke of the day. And I'm going to read these off to you, and hopefully you find them funny. If you don't, get your funny bone checked.
Then you're not funny.
Here was I don't know if I should go to the bottom and work my way up. Anyway,
Started from the bottom.
this isn't, and
Now
now
we're here.
We're here at the top. This was ranked number 1. So these are kind of lame jokes, but kind of good jokes. A woman gets on the bus with her baby. The bus driver says, "Ugh, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." The
well,
woman
that's not
walks.
polite.
The woman walks to the rear of the bus and sits down, fuming. She says to the man next to her, "The driver just insulted me." The man says, "You go tell him. You go tell him off right now. Here, I'll hold your little monkey for you."
Oh.
Oh, wow. You were just... That's what you were doing? Okay, good. So the next one says, I said to the gym instructor, "Can you teach me to do the splits?" He said, "How flexible are you?" I said, "I can make next Thursday." I thought that was a good one. I like that.
That one was a good one.
Number 3. Police arrested 2 kids yesterday. One was drinking battery acid. The other was eating fireworks. They charged one and let the other one go off. I appreciate the sound effects. Doc, I can't stop... No, that wasn't the punchline. Sorry. Doc, I can't stop singing "The Green, Green Grass of Home," he said. That sounds like Tom Jones syndrome. Is it common? I asked. It's not usually, he replied.
What?
It's
What is this joke?
It's a deeper joke about Tom Jones.
I'm not giving you a laugh track for
Yeah,
that one.
you don't need to.
No, you don't get it. You don't get the laugh track for that one.
How about this one? This is a good one.
These were supposed to be good jokes?
Yeah, but you have to know who Tom Jones is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tommy Lee.
I hated Tom Jones.
So hey,
Tommy Lee Jones?
I'm on a whiskey
You know
diet.
Tommy Jones?
I've lost 3 days already.
That was better.
Days, blackouts.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Okay, my therapist says I have a predisposition.
Woo-hoo. We have a Josh reading segment.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I read this a second ago too, and I'm still having trouble with it. The therapist says I have a
Predisposition.
no preconception. I totally missed the whole word. My therapist says I have a pre. I
you
can't
made a
say the
T
words.
sound.
You keep laughing so much,
I'm
I can't get it
sorry.
right. My therapist says I have a preoccupation with vengeance.
Wait.
Just shut up.
Preoccupation.
Preoccupation. Yeah. Just hush. My therapist says I have a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that.
I'm sorry.
Your word changed 3 times on that one.
I know because he kept
Predisposition.
laughing at me and it made me nervous.
Preconception, which I'm not sure.
I don't
what-
do good under pressure.
Oh, I love you. Oh,
Let's see. Okay. So a priest, a rabbi, and a vicar walk into a bar. The barman says, "Is this some kind of joke?"
oh,
Because that's the classic.
yeah.
A priest, a rabbi, and yeah. It's a long one. I'll probably mess it up now that I'm self-conscious.
No, you can do it.
A group of chess enthusiasts checked into a hotel and were standing in the lobby discussing their recent tournament victories. After about an hour, the manager came out of his office and asked them to disappear, or to see, I'm doing it already. To disperse, get out of there. But why? They asked as they moved off, because he said, "I can't stand chestnuts roasting by an open foyer."
You know, Christmas is almost here, so.
Yeah, I
Did
guess
you
that works.
see that the Christmas tree shop by Dick's
It's a
is a
Halloween shop
Halloween
now.
shop now?
Dude, that's been a Christmas tree shop for like
Ever.
Ever.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah, I saw that the other day too.
Oh, hi, Seth. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the YouTube. He's in there watching the kids.
Yeah.
Um,
Now they're old enough.
let's see. There's a couple more, but I don't want to. Excuse me. I don't know what this one is either. I was having dinner with Gary Kasparov. Kasparov?
Is this another joke we have
It's
to know
another
who that
one
is?
we got to read. He's a world chess champion.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
who he is.
sure.
And there was a Czech tablecloth. It took him 2 hours to pass me the salt. Apparently, these were smart jokes about chess players and such, and using big words that hurt East Kentucky fellas. But that is my top 10 jokes from a website that I pulled together right before the show. But did you like the TikTok I made today?
It was amazing. Yes.
I spent so much time doing that and recreating it again that I didn't have time
Chris,
to make
you're
a
not
segment.
counting days to Christmas.
He really is, yeah.
Oh.
So I heard the funny. You know how like when people say like it's so cold outside, it's
Yeah.
like colder than a witch's tit, like that.
Yeah.
Colder
that.
than a well digger's butt in June
Oh,
Yeah.
or
brass monkey.
in July. No, what is the month? It'd be a cold month. But when you're down in a hole, it's colder.
I heard a really funny one the other day.
Yeah.
Okay. Do
Guys,
share.
a guy said, "Man, I'm hotter than a spoon in a crack house."
Oh,
Oh, wow.
no. No.
That's what I was laughing at the entire time.
That's the joke you were laughing at every time. Nice.
Brett.
That's a funny joke.
Oh, my goodness.
Was
Is it my turn?
More nervous than a 9-foot tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I have heard that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, go ahead. Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
Yo. You all right?
Yeah, sweating.
I turned the AC on.
I don't normally have sweaty ears, but I've
Okay.
got sweaty ears.
So today, it is going to be nice this weekend, Chris. It's going to be great. Today, I did something I don't normally do. I wear
Came to work?
No.
Oh.
But that's funny. See, where were those jokes?
Well, I was reading off other people's jokes. I'm good at my punchlines of my jokes.
Oh, I need some water. Sorry. All of a sudden, I'm scratching.
I need some flavored water.
No, it's just straight water.
Some bougie water.
Maybe that's why you're sick. You keep drinking that water that's in a metal
was free.
aluminum can. Yeah, for a reason. Gives you throat cancer.
It's in a can. You drink it in a can. All right.
Just saying.
So
He's
I
getting
did
cancer
something
for
today.
something else.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, we all, what is it? 2 out of 3 men get cancer.
I don't know. I probably got some.
1 out of 3 are going to get prostate cancer.
I got a
So
spot on the
one
top of my
less.
bed, on top of my bald head.
You should probably get that looked at.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't
so
see it.
I did something today I don't normally do. I wear pants almost every single day of my life.
We're thankful for that.
Almost every day.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you're
know.
referring to just like long pants.
We know Casper.
Today, I wore shorts.
My son refers to them as short sleeve pants.
I love that. But today, I wore shorts. And I've had 5 or 6 people stop me and be like, whoa, why are you wearing shorts?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I don't know. It was kind of hot today. I knew we were moving some stuff around for my parents. I wanted to wear shorts. So it got me thinking.
It wasn't hot today. It rained all day.
It was kind of hot earlier.
Go
and I
ahead.
was
Sorry.
moving.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So it got me thinking. Is there anyone in your life that if something about their look is off, that you immediately notice it? So enough people today noticed it that it reminded me that my look is pants.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to just be clothes though. So happens this way when you see people where you don't normally see them. So my wife's a teacher.
Yeah.
If we're out at Walmart or something and a kid sees her, they're like, "What? Like this isn't real life? Like why is my
Can't
teacher?"
escape her.
Yes.
Everything's falling apart.
Yes. Or like if my dad shaves his mustache,
Yeah.
it freaks me out, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just something he should always have on. So, is there anyone in your life that if they just do one little thing different, it like really throws you off? Or maybe it's you. What's your thing that you never do?
Grow hair. It throws people off if I grow hair.
Where does your hair grow if you try to grow it back?
Horseshoe.
I have a horseshoe. Do you have an island?
No, I have a speck. I call it my bangs. I do that every once in a while where I'll just grow out the little
Just
tiny.
that?
It's a little quarter size patch of hair
Yes.
that is very thin. Kelly gets really mad. But I don't know. I'm trying to think.
There was a lady that worked at the Burger King next to my college, and she didn't have facial hair, but she had one facial hair, and she would not pluck it. It was, I'm not kidding, like if it started here, you could pull it this long.
She named it Rebecca.
And she just left it there all the time.
Talking about Becky?
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you just got it. You just wanted to reach up and pull it.
Doink.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she didn't change it though.
No, never.
Yeah. See, that was one of those things.
would've
if she-
noticed.
If she changed it, you
I'd be like
would've
checking my
known.
food,
Yeah.
making sure it didn't fall in.
Yeah. My Uncle Nelson, I know he always had a mustache for years and years and years. And one time he grew a beard out along with it. And he never did
Nice.
have that. And it was like, oh, this is weird. Feels awkward. And then eventually he shaved it off, of course. I don't know if I've ever seen him. Yeah, I've seen him without a mustache. And it was awkward. Dad first ever took his teeth out and started
Ooh,
like messing with me.
Yeah.
That was scary.
First time you see somebody without teeth, you're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, if you see somebody you don't know without teeth, you're like, oh, they just don't have teeth.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody you're used to having teeth and all of a sudden they're just like,
Yeah.
like Dad did that to me and freaked me out. And I was a grown boy. Like I was like 19, 20 years old.
I was 34 years old.
Yeah. And it freaked me out.
I cried for days.
It was pretty bad. My mom yelled at him. She's like, stop scaring the boy.
He's a man.
Terrified, man. It was weird. It was an odd feeling. So yeah, I get that idea of like you always see him some way, but now Dad always shaved. Like he changed his beard all the time. He changed his facial.
I was always
Hair.
afraid to shave my beard when the kids were really young, like
Oh,
babies,
I love this
because I didn't want them to like forget who I was and be afraid of me.
I do it often enough that nobody cares. I could have a full giant beard, shave it all off, and Kelly would not notice for like 3 days unless I pointed it out.
I got to say though, shorts pretty freeing.
I hope, dude. I wear shorts all the time.
Yeah,
You get a little air up there.
I just got
Dry-
little chicken legs. That's my problem.
They're getting shorter now. Shorts, like now when you buy shorts, they're like way up the thigh now. Like,
That's the end thing.
yeah. I see.
Yeah, the inseam is moving up.
We went out to the park the other day and there were some high school boys and they're like, I'm like, those aren't shorts.
They pull
guys.
them up when they play basketball.
I'm like, those are like boxers.
Like they
you
tuck
need
them
to-
in. Yeah.
You need to quit. Hey, Bart's back.
Bart only wears boots. Matt had a high school teacher who took her teeth out.
Gross. Sounds like there's a story behind that.
That's the one he was talking about that he had a crush on.
Oh, yeah. Miss Lippy, they called her. Because that's from Adam Sandler movie.
I had a
Miss Lippy.
teacher who was in a car accident and bit the end of her tongue off.
Wow.
And she talked with a lisp after that.
Wonder why.
It's a mystery.
I had a teacher named Mr. E, and he was a professor in college.
His last name was Mystery?
We called him Mr. E because his name is Mr. Englehart.
I like that.
But nobody knew why we called him Mr. E because it was a mystery.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I
I
see
used to
what
make those jokes all the time. He's
Nope.
He's Dr. E now, so it took the joke away. But
No, you got to call him Mystery.
Dr. E.
Dr.
E.
Dr. E.
He's all
Dr. E has to be evil, right?
Dr. Girlfriend. That's what I
Yeah.
used to refer to Kelly as.
Now
when we
she's
dated.
Dr. Wife.
It's true.
now she's sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
You do you, boo.
That's true. We are going to Boston soon.
In the
Shipping
fall?
up to Boston.
She's taking me on a little
Oh,
trip.
you're going to love
It's going to be like
it.
Pretty Woman.
It's amazing.
She's going to dress me up,
It's going to be like Pretty
take me
Woman.
shopping.
My goodness. You got a segment, Brett?
Of course.
Story time with Brett.
Should I turn this into a story?
It's not really a
that-
story.
I knew this guy.
Yeah. You did not.
We need to fix your lights, man.
I've
They're going
seen him
haywire.
before.
Are they flashing?
Yeah, they're going all over the place.
You saw him pitch?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was there when he got his Cy Young.
Used to be good.
Still is good. Just kind of got
Stats are pretty bad.
no. What are you talking about?
The last couple
We don't
years.
know because
His
you've not
stats have
said.
been zero.
No, Joey doesn't know baseball.
Oh. Nor do I.
I meant that he hasn't played in 2 years.
He has in Japan.
Yeah.
So Trevor Bauer.
I'm a big deal in China.
No, he's a big deal in the United States. If you haven't heard anything about Trevor Bauer, he's a former Reds Cy Young winning pitcher. Left Cincinnati like they all do and went to the Dodgers, signed like a $30 million a year contract,
And like never played. Right?
played a few games, and then he went to. I said he went to the Dodgers, right? Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to the Dodgers, signed that big contract, played half a season, maybe quarter of the season, and some sexual assault allegations came out against him.
Classic Cinderella story.
Some pretty graphic things,
Yeah.
Yeah,
allegedly.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, I don't even think you can say allegedly now
Oh, you can.
because he's cleared of.
He was not. He was not legally cleared. That was a civil case.
Yeah, he was.
Uh-oh.
And he
With
didn't lose the civil case either. It was dismissed.
Yeah, he wasn't charged with anything.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
It means it means it didn't break the law.
He didn't have enough evidence to prove that it didn't happen, or he would have won the defamation case against the lady he sued.
He agreed to settle this out of court
Yeah, for no money, which means he lost.
for no money because he didn't want money. He didn't want any money from her. He doesn't need her money. He has more money than she could ever
Exactly.
have.
And influence
He
and
wanted
power.
no. He wanted the rights to share his side of the story because he couldn't for what 2 years now.
And then when he did, he got caught in 2 or 3 different lies in one video.
That's not true.
That is true. He
No.
said that the court cleared him, and they never did.
Well, so that what do you mean they never did?
He said that the court said that he didn't do what he was accused of, and no judge actually. The decision that came down. So there were 2 different things. There was a restraining order that was against him from her, and then there was the civil case. And when the decision came down,
She lost the restraining order.
no, she won it in the beginning, and then they just didn't extend it because they
'Cause she-
usually don't.
because she lost it.
Nope, because you don't extend one if nobody's in danger. And so he said he was never going to see her again, and she said she didn't ever see him again, and they weren't even in the same city, so it's no sense in keeping the restraining order alive. But that went away, and then the civil case, the decision at the end, the opinion given actually said something nefarious happened here, but we don't have evidence. We don't have enough evidence to prove it, and so they just settled.
So not enough evidence means
That doesn't mean it didn't happen. That means there wasn't enough evidence.
there
Those are
wasn't.
different
There,
things.
no, it's not enough evidence to prove that it happened.
She didn't even want to bring the case against him.
That
That-
is not true.
That's 100% true.
That is. Yeah, I don't know. You have to be reading something.
Nope.
She totally wanted to bring the case again. She didn't. You know why she didn't want? Because she wanted the money that
She didn't report the incident. So the incident was,
Until
if
she-
you guys don't know it, that there was consensual sex between them, and then it turned into not consensual, allegedly. According to her. According to him, it was fine. According to her,
So-
he knocked her unconscious
so-
and hit her a bunch while she was unconscious,
So he,
which he admitted to and then later backtracked on.
so the text messages saying, "Hey, I'm going to take him for whatever he's worth."
Yes, her drunk text did say that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
No, they did. You're right. The drunk texts were pretty. That's why she didn't win her case either.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He-
What about?
And what about the other 3 ladies who he did allegedly the same thing to?
Did they come forward? Is there any cases?
We've
against
talked
him?
about this a million times. 9 out of 10 sexual assault victims don't come forward, especially when the person that assaults them is someone who has as much power and clout as he does. And then the first thing he does with it when he can talk is go try to churn up his entire fan base to hate this woman, even though he's the one that went too far with her, allegedly.
So I'm not. Obviously, I wasn't there for any of these.
Oh, no,
so
I
I
was
don't
not
really
either.
know what happened. But at what point in this society are we going to stop with the guilty until proven innocent?
Never.
That's what I'm getting at. Is people always jump to and clearly have convinced you that they're guilty no matter what because 6 people have said that.
Yeah. Well, why are you so comfortable with victim blaming then?
What do you mean victim blaming?
Like when he came out afterward and just shredded her entire reputation, like he just victim blamed
Oh,
her for the entire
Yeah, because
entire time
it
afterward.
wasn't true. There's text
But he
of her
says-
saying, "Look, what should I take from him?" And her friend says 51. He's worth 51 million. She said, "Yeah, I'll start with the bag of money."
He said that he never hit her. That's what he said when he was in court. But he got caught on a recorded phone line admitting to her that he hit her when she was unconscious. He changed his story once it actually got into court, which means he lied. But I mean, he's proven himself. She didn't even want to report it when there were nurses that saw her wounds and said, "Do you want to report this?" And at first she said no, and they sent the police to her and they said, "You need to report this. It's really bad."
Did you see any? Because from what I saw in the pictures that were released, I guess.
I didn't see any.
Yeah, she was visibly like beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the problem wasn't as much with the visible beat up as what probably wasn't visible in the pictures.
Well,
Some
I'm
of the
just saying-
graphic detail of what allegedly happened when she was unconscious, what was pretty. It's a baseball player, Josh. He's
no,
a pitcher.
That's fine. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just talking with those guys.
Some of the I don't even want to say them out loud, but he apparently got rather physical.
Yeah.
In areas you don't want people to get physical with you, like bruising and contusions all over the place. And there's 3 other women who have like identical stories that he did the same thing. So his problem is he gets consent from the women and then they start doing their thing and he goes too far. They don't want to do it anymore, but it's a mixed bag of what's the right thing then? What do you do then? Like consent can be removed after the act has happened. If I tell you can come into my house and we're hanging out there and then you start breaking my dinner plates, I can tell you to leave even though I already told you to come in, right?
Well, I mean, yeah,
The
but
comments are just for me. You guys keep going.
Sorry, I'm looking at I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying over the centuries, there have been people that got away with this, especially powerful people that get away with whatever they want, especially against women.
Says a senior pastor.
No, you're not wrong. There are the people who use any power and position to get what they want from people. And I don't have a problem with people deciding to believe.
So it sounds
believe
to me like
victims.
you hate, and I'm not, and like I said, I wasn't there, so
Oh, no,
I don't
me
know
neither,
what happened.
by the way.
But
I'm taking my information from someone who spent 2.5 years researching and digging into this case that I did not spend. So I stole all this information from somebody else.
I don't know. I
Ooh, I
find
want to
it.
go fishing.
I just find it. I mean, it sounds like this lady was going fishing, in my opinion.
I would say they both probably made some regretful decisions.
Yeah. And
What about Chris Hardwick? Do you remember him?
Who's that?
that name sounds.
He-
Why
was-
does that sound familiar?
He was the host. Now this is on beat with what you guys are saying. He was the host of him and Jenny McCarthy were the host of that dating show on MTV back before dating shows were a big deal.
I don't remember this.
Don't you
Like-
remember that? Where they would.
Would they go raid the rooms?
No. They have 100 guys on stage
on.
or 50 guys on stage, and then
What was
the
his name
eligible
again?
Chris Hardwick. You'll know who he is. He does The Talking Dead, and he was like he
That
used to
doesn't-
run the Nerdist podcast company that runs a ton of awesome podcasts.
My keyboard doesn't work.
And anyway, he got canceled by his ex-wife or
I know this
ex-fiance.
guy.
Yeah,
You know this
everybody
guy.
knows
You know
Chris
this guy.
Hardwick.
Yeah, I know his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, he used to host that dating show on MTV back in the day with Jenny McCarthy, and they would have somebody sit up there and they would ask him questions, and based on their percentage of what they thought, they would make so many people of the crowd go away, and whoever was left at the end of the questions would be the person they go on a date with. It was a silly dating show.
Yeah,
Anyway, he got super huge. He did like 5 or 6 different kinds of talk shows.
he's from Louisville, Kentucky.
Is he really?
He is.
See, I did not know he was a Kentucky
Huh,
guy.
you learned something today.
But his ex-fiance accused him of misconduct in horrible ways. They ridiculed him. They took his whole podcast company away from him because he started podcasts back before it was a big deal, owned a whole production company, was a host of like 5 different shows. Like he was a workaholic. He just loved doing stuff. Super funny, super great. They took every bit of it away from him. And then he was proven that she was lying. She came out and finally admitted that she was lying about everything after he lost all of his fortune.
which happens.
And he tried to get started back up and couldn't because of all of the ridicule he went through, because that's all the people hear now. They heard that. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, he's a bad guy. No, he wasn't. He got, run through the mud. And just like Brett was saying, guilty until proven innocent type deal. But
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot more of that. Not saying that there's a lot more than like women that actually are abused, but I'm saying there's a lot of that where women are, let's quote unquote, clout chasing, like chasing money or
Yeah.
whatever, fame. I think there's a lot more of that goes on than people want to admit.
And I don't want to say it just
There's-
for woman or man, but I think for both, for just human being in general.
Yeah.
There's a ton of that.
And
There's-
I know that there's more of the actual assault that goes on. I understand that too, but I also think that as a society, we
Yeah.
need to have the trials and the
Oh yeah,
do the research on what actually happened.
we need a better system where 9 out of 10 women don't feel like they can't come up and talk about what happened to them, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the problem, is we need a system where it doesn't feel like you're going through your abuse again just to bring up that you were abused, right? But you're right. There are people who clout chase, but there's way more powerful people that use their power to get with whoever they want to than there are people who chase them for their stuff.
I don't know.
So like
See,
that's a double-edged thing. If you're going to use your position in order to get what you want, then
I don't know about all. I don't
Yeah.
know about all that because I view it a lot on the other side also of maybe these people are going after these high.
that definitely
Price.
happens.
Yeah, they're like,
100%.
what's up, Jenna?
Hey,
Well,
100%
what I'm
happens.
saying,
There are people who go out and try to get.
So how many of these
Yes.
people are saying, "Hey, this relationship I had didn't work out, and this dude was a bazillionaire, and now he assaulted me," or in that relationship.
I don't even think
he
there's a
assault-
relationship aspect. I think there are people out there that just think
hooking up.
I
or
just need to
whatever.
hook up with enough rich people. Eventually, I'll
That's what happened with
that happens.
no, who was it? The famous rapper. No, Drake? Was it Drake? Yeah, I think it was Drake who put hot sauce in his used condom.
Yeah,
And then
That was Drake.
the woman came out screaming because she tried to use what was inside of that
She
to
tried to
get
get
herself pregnant.
Yeah.
And found out there was hot sauce in it, and it caused her a lot of irritation. And he was like, "Yep, do it for a reason." And because she was trying to have his baby so she could get
That's
money.
what we were talking about earlier. Was how difficult must it be to date and find, like, let's say, like,
Hey, until I met Kelly, it was a rough road. It was
like,
a really rough
if
road.
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, they're the big thing now. Either of them want to find someone to settle down with. Obviously, it'd be easier for Kelce probably because he's way less famous. But like, if someone at Taylor Swift's level wants to actually like find someone to build a life with, how in the world do you do that without?
Drake, I was wrong. Thank you, Jenna. That was Drake, not.
You said Drake.
you said Drake.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I was right, and you were right. Thank you, Jenna.
Yeah, don't short yourself.
I always do.
I'm not saying that he. The court says, well, I mean, really, the court's saying nothing happened, which is odd. But his inconsistencies make me feel as if he did something that he knows wasn't right. But there's no way to ever know that because he has admitted to certain things in certain settings and then backtracked on them and then won't release. He's claiming certain evidence that he has that he won't release to people to prove either. It's a weird double standard thing, but
Matt brings up a good point.
Yeah.
I think this says a lot about you too. Are you Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Never seen those movies, so,
So what would you say?
Edward.
Okay, says a lot about you. Okay, just pointing out his comment, and I think that speaks leaps and bounds.
Edward cared way more about her than Jacob ever thought about.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
What are you?
I just said okay.
You don't have a team?
Oh, I don't like to talk about my public things. My public things, my
your
private
public,
life,
your public opinions.
Yeah, my public opinions don't matter.
Oh man.
But yeah,
You were kind of quiet during all of
Yeah,
that.
Josh, what do you think?
you guys were heated enough for both of me. For the both of me, for
Both
all of us.
Were we
I'm
heated?
tired, man.
I didn't feel
My
feel
kid-
heated.
I got woke up twice by two different children last night and this morning, and I'm just running on fumes. So
Running
That's-
on rise.
Running on empty.
I was pretending I was a tennis ball between your arguments.
Oh,
While
I'll have
you
to go
guys
back
were
and
arguing.
watch it.
So I was like,
I saw it.
and you'd get done talking. I go, huh. Yeah, I just kept ping ponging back and forth.
Nice.
It was entertaining for me. What's Jenna and them saying?
She said Jacob was cuter, but Team Edward.
Mm. And most of the people I knew were always team Jacob, and it was
Which one's
in fact,
which?
Jacob's
was the werewolf.
and Edward
He was more
the
fit.
vampire.
And Edward was the vampire. Batman. Edward. No, Pattinson. Robert Pattinson
Robert Patton. Yeah.
is
Edward
was
Robert
Edward.
Pattinson.
Yeah.
Wayne.
He cared about her significantly more than Jacob ever thought about.
Yeah. And he was shiny. Yeah, that's true.
And immortal.
I used to laugh about that all the time.
Is that-
vampires are sparkly? That's dumb.
Is immortal the one where you live forever but you can still get killed?
I think it's just immortal.
No, there's some there's a brand that can't be killed.
That's Highlander, but you can only be killed by another Highlander because there can only be one.
There can only be
If there can only be one, then how would you get killed by
During
another
battle.
Highlander?
During battle.
But if
there
there's
can
only one,
be
how could I fight another Highlander?
At the end of the battle, there can be only one.
Oh, I get it. There could be
Yeah.
more than one before that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're always looking for a battle of another
Yeah.
Highlander because they take their power when they kill them.
No, it sucks both ways, Brett, because now we have to be afraid that our sons will get accused of things they didn't do, and we have to be afraid that our daughters can't be honest about what actually happened because society doesn't listen.
right.
So we get to be afraid of all of it, and it's bad. It's bad. Don't sleep with people for their money, and if you accidentally knock somebody out while you're having sex, don't hit them. Is that good advice?
That's confusing, but I mean I get what you're saying.
Allegedly.
It seems like a very harsh thing to say on a Christian comedy podcast, but all right.
Well, that was their thing. Was like he walks people to the edge. And
Oh, I'm
then
just making jokes. I don't
goes
care.
further, maybe
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, it's bigger than us. I don't really care.
You think he'll pitch again in Major League Baseball?
It's in the deep state.
Thank you, Noah.
Do you think he'll pitch again?
Oh, probably.
I don't know. He's probably a little leery of it
Dude,
now.
there are certain
Hey, all right. Hey, we got that news
you
segment
can't-
we're going to do.
there are people who've done way worse and still play professional sports.
Can't let it go.
Sorry.
Podbless your heart.
I mean, he'll probably get another shot. Didn't Michael Vick play after he killed all his dogs?
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
That is a little different.
That's his dog, Joe. So anyway,
He killed a lot of dogs. I don't have to say allegedly for that, do I?
No, he's convicted.
Never mind. Never mind.
You know Michael Vick?
No, I was going to say, we being from East Kentucky, we've killed a lot of dogs too. But
No, he killed them as like making them
He was
fight each
fighting
other.
them.
He had
Yeah.
a dog fighting. You did dog fighting?
so what's this segment about?
Okay. We're gonna bless somebody.
Oh, I thought you were spitting a loogie.
Here we go. Today's pot bless deals with a death.
Of a dog.
So no, of a woman.
Oh.
So we should take the proper regard because of the situation. In Oklahoma.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, what?
Jenna
Yes?
pointed out a thing that
Jacob is Taylor Lautner, who is a fun.
ex of Tay Swift. Did you know that?
So
She dated Lautner.
so they were Taylor and Taylor?
Tay.
Huh.
Just an
Tay-Tay.
interesting fact there. Sorry, we can jump back into the
T-Top.
news story.
She should marry somebody with last name Taylor.
That'd be good.
And she could be Taylor.
There's
Taylor.
people- there's
Taylor
people-
Swift.
Taylor.
Swift.
I never told you about that story from back home, right?
No,
Where
I know a Kelly and Kelly.
a
you
girl,
know
a girl
yeah.
that I went to school with, like married a guy with the same last name, and I was like, oh hey, and then I was like, oh wait, oh that's the same. Okay, yeah. It was.
But if you did have a common last name, and you married someone else with that common last name,
Yeah.
do you have to change your ID?
I don't think so.
You don't, right?
Just put a hyphen above the.
Did you know you can change your name to whatever you want when you get married? Both of you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't have to
There's
take-
no rules.
There's
now.
no rules at all.
Yeah.
Except you can't be related.
Well, they don't do blood work for that now. You just have to be like,
Are you sure they don't?
we're not. They used to do blood work, but they don't now.
Oh, wow. Could you
Anyway,
imagine?
I'm sure if you came in with both the same last name, they'd probably
Okay.
do some blood work. But
This is coming in from Idabel. Yeah, Idabel, Oklahoma. A woman riding a lawnmower was struck and killed Friday as a plane was descending into an airport in Idabel, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol said that Samantha Hayes, 27, was killed when a wing of a small airplane hit her while she was on a riding lawnmower. Around 3:30 on Friday, James Baxter, 70 years old, was descending into the Broken Bow Airport, and he landed too short on the runway. The pilot told authorities that he saw her on the lawnmower and tried to pull the plane up, but he didn't obviously make it in time. And then at the end, it says, not clear if there will be any charges. She was...
well, he dropped down too low, and it was a spot that she would normally be okay.
Yeah.
And she probably had noise-canceling headphones.
Oh, you know, you got headphones on. You
Airplanes are
can't
so
hear.
loud.
So she wasn't necessarily in a restricted area, like in an
No.
unsafe area. The plane was just too low.
It doesn't say anything about her being in the wrong place.
Okay.
Everything I'm reading
it's-
here.
I would find that hard to charge somebody. Like that was a
Yeah,
complete
it's an
accident.
accident, yeah.
But I mean, isn't manslaughter? Can't that be accidental? Like,
Yeah, it's not murder, right?
Yeah.
Or no, manslaughter is
So-
murder. It'd be
is it? No,
aggravated something.
I don't think manslaughter, negligent. No, I don't think manslaughter's.
Depending on how
Murder.
fast it happened, I don't know how aggravated she was, but
Well,
that's
Yeah.
too soon.
yeah.
Probably
Well,
too
it
soon.
happened.
Sorry.
What date did I say it happened?
I know I'm sweating in my ears really bad,
It
right?
happened on Friday.
I don't understand
So
that.
it happened this month.
Maybe we got lice in my headphones.
No, it did not. Friday is the 5th. Today's the 5th.
You're right. I apologize.
Are we looking at a news article from the future?
No, October
Oh.
1st.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Before the national alert system.
oh yeah, did you guys
We
get
didn't
mind
even
control?
talk about that, did
We'll
we?
get. We can.
I've
talk
got a
about
fun
that.
story
We
about
have
it.
time
Go,
for that,
keep
yeah.
going with this. Yeah.
I don't think you can. I don't know what you would try. Maybe like if he was out of where he shouldn't have been, like if because
Well, he
what's-
landed too early.
what's weird is he landed successfully though.
Well,
But if you've been to some of these little airports, there's there's regular yard right before the runway.
yeah, so he could have been hitting grass and not the actual runway. But it said he
The
landed too
runway could have been
early.
grass.
So yeah, it could have been true. Could have been like one of those drug mule airplanes.
What they
Where
call
they
it?
have to land in a field. and stuff.
Broken Arrow Airport, Broken Bow Airport.
I feel like manslaughter is murder.
Look up.
I'm stuck on that. Oh,
That's
well.
true. Could be.
Oh, this is a tiny one building, one tarmac. It is paved,
Dang, the Bears.
asphalt covered, 3,200 foot lit runway. But I
So-
mean, it has.
But turbulence.
So she could have been on the side of it though too.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah,
wings
this-
do stretch out.
That's the runway.
The top one or the? Oh, that looks like a normal runway. Oh,
Just
wait,
like-
is that a driveway?
It
Yeah, it looks pretty
looks.
sketchy.
It's a small. Picture a small runway, like smaller than Lunken.
Was it a private plane? You think? Or was
Oh
it like
yeah,
a
it was
company?
probably just a single prop.
Oh yeah.
just-
I bet. Sorry.
But no,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
if I was the guy flying the plane, I would help pay for the funeral cost.
I agree. What
Yeah.
do you think?
So it says manslaughter involves the killing of another person, but it's distinct from murder. It's different.
So if you're accused of murder, that's worse.
So I think like murder is probably like a premeditated,
Yeah.
a premeditated thing. Like you thought about killing somebody.
Yeah.
Manslaughter is like an accidental.
So like,
Bart says
really?
it's a small airport and a private owned plane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a weird situation.
And
Sucks.
I mean, could you imagine?
Unintentional. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean,
Sorry,
It-
I'm
it
stuck
was-
on that.
oh no, that's good.
it was probably just instantaneous dead.
I would assume.
I mean, you got hit by a plane, right?
Well, he was slowing down to land, but
We can't see your pictures. Oh yeah. I guess I could show them through the camera. Right?
oh no,
I already-
of the airport.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
look. Imagine a single
video.
lane paved
Are
asphalt
you ready for
road.
this?
And like that's it. But
Just a big red blur on the screen.
so normally when we bless somebody, we're saying you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm not technically sure anybody in this story is an idiot.
No, I think we should bless.
I think we should give a genuine blessing here.
to the pilot.
And I'm just going to say him and the family that she left behind. She was a mother.
Well, so I'm along the same lines of this story. We live down the street from a conductor of a train, and
People that want to commit suicide by train.
No. He accidentally, if I remember the story correct, he was going down the track, and a car got stuck in the
Yeah.
on
the
train,
cross.
and he hit. And
You can't stop.
And he killed an entire family.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did
So-
he go back to work after that?
So it was one of my friends' dads that I grew up with, and if I remember correctly, he like locked himself in his house for a while. Like
There's
yeah.
nothing he could do. I mean, but you
Well,
can't tell somebody that.
When
Yeah.
you're in those situations, it doesn't matter.
Because I mean, it
Yeah.
takes literal miles
so,
for a train to stop.
I'm assuming that this pilot probably feels
That's a really good point.
kind of the same way.
It's hard to say.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I don't know
So
if we can bless both the family and the whole situation.
Hey,
'cause
everybody
I feel
involved in this.
horrible about it.
yeah, man,
Pod bless your heart, sweetie.
like for
We-
real though.
We should have vetted this story a little better. Been a real downer of a show.
I said it. So
We
did
were
he
in a
do it or
hurry.
didn't he, Brett?
Seems to me like he did.
No, not
Oh,
the
not the
pilot.
pilot.
Oh, I was gonna say.
no, Trevor Bauer.
Oh, jeez.
I thought you were talking about I thought you were joking about the
No,
Trevor
I think-
Bauer thing. But
I think what happens in my mind is it's so much of
Cheese
victim
and crackers.
silencing and shaming that it makes me want to just make sure that doesn't happen.
Wait, are we
But-
back on?
Yeah, I'm back
Oh,
on
we
it
are.
again now. Sorry, but you're right. There does need to be due process and law.
So at
But you're not wrong about that.
2:18 yesterday,
Yeah,
I was heading
yeah.
to Home Depot, and
And
I called Matt Barber because I was like, "Hey, I'm going to call Matt while I'm going to Home Depot." As I call, he answers the phone, and it connects to my van on the loudspeakers and starts going, doing the whole like scary thing, and I'm like, "Matt, oh no!" I mean, perfect timing of the first ring he picks up, and it starts going off as the national security thing's going off. And I was going, Matt, I don't know what's happening. There's a horrible thing, blah blah blah. And I start laughing so hard because I was planning on trying to do something fun for the alert that comes on, and I ended up doing something fun without planning it. It was pretty hilarious. And then it went off again in the background
that's
for him
wonderful.
on his work phone later, because that happened to a lot of people. Like 10 minutes later, their phone would alarm.
So
Was it
Like
like
for
two?
some-
Wasn't it like it was-
220, right? When
Oh,
it went
okay.
off.
At 2:18,
Mine was at 220.
and I was at
think.
2:18.
Did you see all the messages going out about like, hey, if you have a secret phone, that like I guess this is a
Yes.
thing,
Yeah,
and this is total like
I
male
saw
blind spot
news-
here.
News talking about it.
They
yeah.
were like direct messages like, hey, ladies, if you're in an abusive relationship
And
and,
you're
you
hiding
hide
a
a phone just
yeah.
in case you need a phone to save yourself, make sure that phone is off and you don't turn it on
so it
until
doesn't
it's
give away its position.
because it's gonna go off at
to your abuser.
220 or whatever. Yeah, I had no clue people lived like that.
Yeah, I didn't hear any go off in the house, so that's good.
I mean, I figured there were people were like cheating
Bad
on their
joke.
spouses that
Yeah.
probably.
I was wondering if it was. I
I was gonna just roll right over it, but
Yeah, horrible jokes. What that
you know,
was.
there's probably like
It's a
people.
theme tonight.
Oh my goodness! But yeah,
Yeah, I
that-
saw that news article.
Mhm.
That was pretty crazy. I was like, wow, that's a pretty extreme. Because everything I was seeing was conspiracy theories that zombie
my
apocalypse
goodness.
would start. It was going to trigger
We're
the
getting nuked.
vaccines.
Yeah, I heard that
Yeah.
one. The nuke.
Well, it was going to trigger vaccines that have liquid
Nukes.
wiring, so that if a certain frequency plays, because they worked on a Tesla model of this liquid wiring that when a pulse hits it the right way, it causes wiring from this liquid and makes like electrical current go through it. Yeah.
So they're going to kill us.
Well, no, they were working on that in 2015. So people were like, "Oh, that's what they put in the vaccines," and so there's going to be this zombie apocalypse thing when this frequency hits. And
they were testing the national alert system to cell phones, which is a great way to get a message to people.
well, they didn't use it in Hawaii, so why would they care now? Another one.
You
Another
guys don't remember-
conspiracy theory.
You don't remember when we got the random, hey, Hawaii's about to be nuked alert?
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't use that during the fire.
No, they had the capabilities, and they said, we're glad we didn't use it because people would have ran inland thinking that there was a typhoon coming.
Yeah, but couldn't
that's
you
why
just
they
say-
Wait, you can customize what it says.
Couldn't
It
you just
doesn't
say,
make
hey,
any
there's a
sense.
fire, don't run towards it?
Hey, did that dude in Congress really pull the fire alarm? Did y'all see that?
Yes, he did.
How do you explain that one away?
I mean,
I heard him say he thought it would open the door for him. Like he thought it was a handicap door.
Yeah, the
This
fire
man
alarm that
was
says,
a principal at a school before this. It's
yeah,
like he has to know. But like
somebody was trying to get it out of his job.
yeah.
pull the
You know what I'm
fire
saying?
alarm? Like
He
really?
was just trying to keep
There's
it
a-
from getting
Whatever.
voted
There's a
on.
lot of stuff going on in Congress these days. You know what I'm saying?
You feeling like just next election we just vote all new ones in?
It's
Just
starting
nobody's
to get
allowed to
that way.
stay?
Yeah.
Nobody can stay. If you've been in already, you got to go. Josh, what do you think?
What? I was paying attention to the lights. What did you say that last little bit?
I said next election, no politicians can stay. Everyone has
Oh.
to be turned over. Every
That's
position.
literally draining the swamp, right? That's what everybody wants.
No, I mean, the one lady died of old age the other day. That was one way to get him out of office.
Yeah.
I would prefer to not have people die for them
Was
to
she
leave
the one
office.
that they were like telling her how to vote?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, just say yes," and she's like, "What? Oh, yeah, yes." And they were just acting like, "Yeah, it's just how
This
it goes."
is normal.
It's like, no, everybody from America is like, "Wait a second,
Ugh.
why can't we make anything change?"
Just age caps. That's all we
January
need.
6th.
What?
January 6th. Oh, I was supposed
What
to
about
cough. My bad. That's what they were trying to do, was overthrow the government because they didn't agree with
Is
how
that
things
what they're?
were run.
Well, we don't need to get into that.
Yeah, we don't, because you'll disagree with us every time.
Well, if that's what they were
Jeez.
trying to do, it didn't seem like it. But whatever.
No, I had people there. That's what they were going for.
They did a pretty poor.
No, just the
poor
people.
job
That's
of
just
that.
like when the news comes to a trailer park, they always talk to the person about the
Yeah.
tornado that's the dumbest person there. They never talk to
I've
the
seen
people.
a lot of video there. People just walking in.
It's the same thing that
calm.
happened with January 6th.
I would. Yeah.
They
Tornadoes
they
and trailer
talk to the
parks is
horrible,
January 6th.
horribly stupid people. That's the only ones they put on the news.
So yeah, no one can get voted back in. If you've been in office, you can't go back.
You should tell them that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a call.
They're going to be like, "Oh, Joey said we should." Oh, why didn't we
Yeah.
think of this?
And then
before?
they're going to kill you.
I'll give them a call. Yeah. Hey guys, I have no thoughts of self-harm or suicide. I am not gonna do that. So
That's what
He
Freddie
hung-
Come and get
Mercury
me.
said.
He hung himself with 5 bullet holes in the back.
How do you hang yourself
or
from
when
holes?
when Epstein's cameras go off just for enough time for. Well, we're gonna get killed. We can't talk
We've
about
went
this.
so far off the rails. Hey, I'm not
We
going to
can't
be
talk
here
about
next
this.
week, so are you guys just going to cancel, or
I'm down to do it if you want to do
you're
it.
down to cancel?
Why aren't you?
No, I'm down to have the show.
Why aren't you going to be here?
I'll be out of town. I'm on
He's
vacation.
going to Boston in the fall.
Call in.
Call
No.
in.
Let's go to Boston and do the show from Boston.
Yeah.
Don't you wish we had that kind of money?
just
Would be
fly and
great.
do a show?
Just like, hey, we're gonna be in Boston this weekend, guys.
If we
Josh
had,
is going to Boston.
if
we're
we
going
had
too.
that kind of money, we could do it like at the Bengals Stadium and stuff.
Or we could buy better cameras.
I didn't say good words there. Yeah, we could buy that camera I broke of yours.
Do you think
Not
you
broke.
may or may not have had a stroke?
Me? I could have.
I wasn't worried until you read that word 3 different ways, and it wasn't 3 close ways.
It's the pressure you put me under.
We were laughing.
Yeah,
the
and I was
the
like,
bright lights were on.
I'm an idiot. It's the word's the.
I think this is our better. Like, we need to refocus in our podcast and just do this more of having like segments.
Instead of segments, just talk.
I think I like this. It's just you need just a little bit of backbone. It's like we could do
Yeah,
smaller
we have
bits of
yeah.
segment.
We just have the topics that we
like
throw each
these.
throw out.
We did like less of official segment. I like that.
Okay.
Some yeah.
I just feel
We'll
like
call
this
it the dive.
I just the dove.
The dove. Yes.
Past tense of dive.
Yes. I like that. Me gusta. You
Me
guys got anything
gusta.
else?
I
We
just
have,
feel like this is better content. I'm not gonna lie.
we have
Yeah.
gone everywhere here.
We
today.
have everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm tired, man.
So-
I've been cleaning up
Well,
vomit.
I'm gonna
Feeling it?
slap you.
Don't, that's not gonna wake me up.
Yeah, it will.
What if you knock me out?
Whoa, hey.
Call back.
Hey,
All right.
all
So
right.
anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're out there, like, share, and subscribe. Go check out our TikToks and our shorts from YouTube and our reels
And
from
my shorts.
Instagram and Facebook.
Because I'm wearing shorts.
Hey, that's a callback too. Thanks everybody that commented in tonight. Thanks for tuning in with us and being a live contributor to the chat. And if you're wanting to do that next week, tune in with us at 9:00 on Thursday next week.
We'll try to be more awake.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe.
I'll just
Except
not
for
be
Josh
here.
won't be here.
I'll be
He'll be awake.
asleep.
In Boston in the fall.
I'll be asleep so much.
No.
She's going to conferences. I'll just be stuck in the room.
Yeah.
I don't have a walking goal, a steps goal, so I'm just going to go sleep for an entire week.
Sounds
Oh,
kind of wonderful.
man. I'll probably get sick from getting too much sleep.
You
Anyway,
get sick when you come back. The air up there's so clean. then on the way back,
I
you'll-
don't feel like it's going to be that clean.
The ocean
Yeah,
cleans it.
it's the city, though, right?
Nah, still better than what we're
Boston's a
smelling.
disgusting town.
You shut your mouth. I love that city.
How much is it? Bigger or smaller than Chicago?
Smaller. Chicago's like the third biggest city in the country.
Bigger than Cincinnati,
Significantly.
but smaller than Chicago.
Yeah, but it's also dirty.
Boston is Boston top 10?
Hey, Connor.
Connor.
Yeah, it's from the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, gotcha.
I love their little disclaimer that they put on places now on their show when it's on ESPN.
Oh, do you know
Boston's not even top 10.
Barstool Sports podcast, the KFC podcast? It's going to be at the Taft,
Oh, really?
like this coming weekend, or
Does that mean Dave Portnoy's going to be there?
no? Just the guys from the KFC show.
The guy that rates pizza.
But you can
Yeah,
get
that's what I was
tickets and
looking
like just sit wherever and watch them do a live podcast from for Barstool Sports.
I'm sure he's known by more than that, but that just, for some reason, that was what I thought of.
Take a fishing pole.
To Boston.
Yeah,
In the fall.
probably won't, but I appreciate the idea.
Just buy one while you're up there so you don't have to pack
Goodness.
it.
Go to the fish market. Just buy fish.
Be like, hey, you should do that. Just be like,
Hey, look what I caught.
this.
Yeah, it's already gutted and everything. It got hung on another person's hook because
So
I was
Boston's
reeling it in.
pretty far down the list.
Yeah,
Wow. Would you look at that?
it's a lot crappier than you thought, huh?
Oh, no, it's not crappy. I love that city. It's 23rd.
On the crappiest. It's the 23rd crappiest city to live in.
No, it's a wonderful city. There's just not, there's not a lot of people. It's tight.
They said there was a big exodus away from there during COVID, right?
Every city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird because it took them forever to find the Boston Marathon bomber.
Boston
They
Strangler.
Didn't they find him in like 4 days?
Yeah, that's a pretty long time.
Yeah, you got a good point. We've talked about this, right? They found him in like
There's boat.
when they exchanged gunfire.
Oh,
my-
he hit in a boat. I watched that.
My sister-in-law and brother-in-law like lived within earshot of it. Like their house got locked down
Oh wow.
and like they were about to get searched and then they found the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Pretty
that.
crazy.
Didn't they make a movie about that too?
They did. Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg did.
I watched that. That's what I watched.
I haven't seen it, but
I watched the movie.
Was
yeah.
it good?
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
really good.
I thought it was
Have
the
you
real
seen
thing.
it?
I like Mark.
I like Mark Wahlberg,
movies,
so I mean,
Have you ever eaten at Wahlburgers?
yes.
it's gone now.
I've never done it. Oh, the one in
What?
Cincinnati's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cincinnati sucks too, so.
Yep.
Hold on. Cincinnati is not in the top 50.
Yeah, duh.
Do you think it's in the top 300
Of horrible cities?
of largest? Do
It is not a large city. I'll give it that.
you think it's in the top?
How many large cities are there?
I'm just looking at the top 300.
Okay. It'll be in that.
You sure?
Hey, it's ever since we got Burrow, right?
Oh my goodness. Is that how that works?
Probably.
There's no way it's still. I must have passed it without seeing it because this is Antioch, California.
Antioch, that's in the Bible.
Buckeye, Arizona.
Buckeye, Arizona.
Worthless nut.
You think Cincinnati's bigger than Knoxville?
Yes.
Mm,
But you have to tell
I
us.
feel like
'cause
I don't think it's on here, guys.
are the
Oh, hey,
gatekeeper.
64.
I feel like Cincinnati and Indianapolis are about the same size. Maybe Indy's a
say
little bit bigger.
Indy's a little bigger.
Lexington is 60. Lexington's bigger than Cincinnati?
Well, it's spreading, not its downtown area.
Yeah, you got to think like, do they consider
Okay.
Georgetown part of Lexington too?
City
It says
limits, yeah.
Lexington, Fayette.
Yeah, so Fayette County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Honolulu,
Yeah,
bigger
downtown
than
is
Cincinnati.
definitely not that big.
No.
Lexington is not.
Huh.
That's Cooper wants to go to a UK basketball game this year.
Let's do it.
The football's going on right
Louisville
now.
is twice the size of Cincinnati.
UK is going to beat Georgia this week. It's
I hope
pretty
so.
big.
We need to log off here
Why?
because we're an hour and 13. It's the longest show we've ever done.
There's no limits.
You know what?
There's no rules.
There's one rule.
Put your shirt on.
This is our best content of the night.
Of the night.
I feel like this was good content.
Yeah, but this is the
Other
best.
than me and you arguing for 30 minutes back and forth while Josh ping-ponged.
I thought that was gold.
Some
Oh.
people like my ping ponging. Yeah.
You need to.
They commented
Josh.
in.
Josh. Short for this week. You, not us during that segment.
Okay.
You
Just-
with an actual 2 paddles and pong, like classic pong, and
As
the
I was
ball
doing
going
it.
back and forth.
And just like I stop at a point and have a sad, just a tear coming down of my eye.
Oh my
They want to talk about real stuff. I hate real life.
I don't want to talk about real life.
Hey, I talked to a therapist this past week.
How'd
for the
that
first
go?
Time. It went really well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
therapy works.
not as crazy as I thought it was.
No
I kept
way.
apologizing, being like, "Sorry,
Josh.
I'm not that depressed." I guess.
Think about all the people that therapist talks to.
Yeah, I know.
There's no way you're even in the top 70% of crazy.
You'd
that
be
he speaks to.
surprised.
No. Josh, we've been here late at night times where you said some stuff. I've been like, he just said that. Like he just said that out loud, and we just roll with it.
Yeah.
That's there's no way you're in the top 70%.
This is the first week he hasn't brought his gun with him to kill us all.
Well,
Josh.
I wouldn't say everybody else.
I don't picture Josh as much of a. I figure he'd be more of a stabber.
Thanks. Oh no, stabbing's gross.
You
Did you
really?
see the guy that got stabbed and
Why are you laughing?
Wait, we'll cut it off at a certain point, and
Why
this will
did-
be bonus content.
Why did you laugh like
This
that?
could be. I'm just thinking. That's all.
he was a poet in
Josh
New
is
York
like-
City.
Guy that got stabbed? What? I don't know what you guys
He's
are
a
talking
what
about.
in New York City?
He's a poet, I think.
didn't
is-
know
I
it?
read it right. No, I think he knew it.
Edgar.
But he was a guy came up on him. Him and his girlfriend were sitting. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. Him and his girlfriend sitting on a park bench. The guy came up on him. He got in between him and his girlfriend, and the dude stabbed him right in the heart.
Oh,
Why?
I have no idea.
No, it's
They
probably
just caught
a,
the guy.
Just a crackhead, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know if he lived or died. I didn't read that much into it. I just saw that he got stabbed.
In the movies, if you leave it in, you can survive. But if you take that thing
Yeah,
out,
it's
you
like.
bleed to death.
Well, I don't think the dude was just like. I think he, I don't think he left it in there.
Oh,
I wonder if there was any poetic justice about
you guys
it.
ever been stabbed? Oh, sorry,
on
Josh.
purpose.
That was a great joke.
Not by people. Like I've been
You've been stabbed
I've
by an
been
animal?
punctured by things, but not by
Oh, I
somebody
get you, I
being
get
mad and stabbing me.
I've also never been stabbed.
You want to?
You ever been
No, I'm good.
hooked?
Yeah.
Like somebody getting ready to really throw
I had
a
to go to
fishing
the
pole?
hospital like a month ago to get one pulled out of my thumb.
Hey Philip,
was
if you're
deep.
still watching, was it you that got hooked in the face, or did you hook Randy in the face? I can't remember.
Phil says he died.
From the hook?
He died.
No, the guy that got
I
stabbed in
know,
the
it was,
heart.
It was a good timing of the story, but
Oh, my apologies.
An
hour
Same
16.
thing happened to Crocodile Hunter. Yeah,
Now that one is true.
He got stabbed.
By a stingray.
yeah.
Right, right in
Irwin-
the heart.
Irwin.
Gentlest fish out there.
Wonder what he did to that fish that'd make him want to stab him.
Touched it. Got
He's
too
just
close to it.
overly brave, maybe.
Yeah. Love that
Oh
guy.
crikey! Look at
Love
this
that
big
guy.
He
beauty.
tried to jump on it. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah,
They got that nice barb in the back, man.
yeah.
Hey, be careful.
His whole family's become awesome at animal
They're just
handling.
good people.
His son is like a spitting image of him. Even more. It happened to my brother in the back of the head. Somebody else was getting ready to throw the line out and hooked him in the back of the head.
I was pulling a crankbait out
Yeah,
and just ripped it right into my thumb.
nice.
I mean, deep. And Brad tried to pull it out. Seth tried to pull it out. We couldn't budge
So
it
that was recent?
like a month ago.
That's hilarious.
I healed up so quick from it, though. Like, they took me into the urgent care,
Just
shot my
superglued it?
thumb up with,
Novocaine?
I guess, or whatever, local anesthetic.
Yeah.
Never felt it. Guys reached in, ripped it right out, never felt it.
Wow.
Next day,
Just pressure.
no.
Didn't even
Felt
feel the
nothing.
pressure pulling? It hurt worse when they pulled it out.
Now you know what the fish feels.
No, they
That's true.
allegedly fish cannot feel around their mouth.
How do we know this?
Because they can't tell us.
Right. So you could just make up anything and be like, that's what the fish doesn't.
Yeah,
do
and I
anyway."
can just like Trevor Bauer.
Yeah. Just
Except
like the
for there's
worms.
proof.
The worms don't feel it either.
They
I
feel
have
it.
been told that like bass can't feel on the where
Your
the-
finger on their mouth.
Now, if you hook them anywhere other than the mouth, they definitely feel that.
Yeah. They go,
I don't
They
like
do
that
make noises like catfish go.
part. They don't make the same noise as catfish. I hate catfish.
He doesn't like catfish because they eat all the bass.
I hate catfish.
They do eat the bass. That's why I won't get in the Ohio River.
Because there's a catfish the size that could eat you.
Oh yeah, definitely. One gulp. There's catfish the size of Buicks
Be
in
like-
the river.
Josh and the catfish.
Have you seen
Yes.
the
Bible
Jonah and the
story.
whale.
Yeah, new Bible story.
what's the river monster guy's name?
Josh. Or no. Yeah, there's a guy that
That's the guy that does
Huh?
Expedition Unknown. Jeremy. It's Jeremy Wade.
Piven.
Yeah, Jeremy Wade. He catches. It's called a goonch fish. Have you seen those?
Oh wait, my brother didn't even go to the doctor. He said it hurt worse than they poured it out. They poured beer over the
I
hook
went to
and
the
pulled it
I
out.
went to the doctor and they did it and it didn't hurt at all. But yeah, a goonch fish is like a catfish, but they get to be big as a human or
yeah.
bigger.
Like a koi.
Yeah,
Koi will
it's
grow to whatever
crazy.
size of the pond it's in.
120. Is this the longest episode ever?
This is definitely the longest episode ever. We
I
need to
feel,
wrap
like,
this
I
up.
feel like we've done 120 before.
No,
124. 124.
I got to go to the bathroom.
Well, you can go. We have content.
What has ever stopped you from walking away of a live show?
I've never done that besides for a phone call.
Here, call him so he walk out.
I got to take this.
Hey, I'm thinking about hooking myself.
It hurt really bad.
That sounded
What
no,
kind-
with a
kind?
fishing hook. With a fishing
What kind
hook.
of fucking?
Not.
What is this? What you talk to your therapist about?
I mean, now
So I admitted on my podcast
humiliated
that,
over live
Oh my
internet.
goodness. All
You're
right.
Joey.
I'm Joey.
I'm Franklin.
I'm Brett.
And Noah's over there in the
I'm
corner.
Josh.
And
this is
Pod Bless.
Seriously,
His
I'm
longest
so
episode
tired. I'm just so.
So we could have went for hours.
I could have just kept talking. Yeah, I'm so sleepy.
You just want to leave the mics on and keep going?
I've been sleeping more lately too. We could do some bonus material. Start us a Patreon.